All right, in this example, we have a fraction, which adds an extra step. So I'm going to show you that. This is a good way to get rid of fractions. You don't have to get rid of fractions. You can just work with the problem as is with the same steps we've already been doing, and it'll work, but then you keep having to add and subtract fractions, which is a little more annoying. So on step 2 today, I'll show you how to get rid of fractions. But let's begin with the distributing part of it, this distributing step. Step 1, 3/4 times x is 3/4 x. And 3/4 times negative 13, if you put a 1 into the 13, you multiply top times top and bottom times bottom, and you would get 3 times 13 is 39, and 4 times 1 is 4. And then a positive times a negative is a negative, so it's a minus 39/4 equals, and then negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, and negative 2 times x is negative 2x. So that was the distributed part, okay? Next, we're going to do a sneaky step to get rid of fractions, and it works like this. If I have like 5/8, okay, a fraction over here. Actually, let's put it up top. So if I had a number like 5/8, and I wanted to multiply by something so that it's not a fraction anymore, the smallest whole number that I can multiply by that'll make it not a fraction is 8, the denominator. If I multiply by 8, maybe 8 over 1, that helps. These cross cancel, and I get 5. And it's not a fraction anymore. I just multiply by the denominator, and the fraction disappears. Well, can we do that? Yes. As long as you multiply both sides by the same number, it'll still work. So I didn't write this very well. This is 3/4. Okay. So we're going to multiply by the lowest common denominator, which there's only one real denominator down there. It's 4, besides the number 1, right? So we're going to multiply by 4 every term. So if I multiply this one by 4, and this one times 4, and this one times 4, and this one times 4, it'll get rid of my fractions. Watch. These cross cancel like this, and I'm left with 3x. And then these ones also cross cancel, those 4s, and I'm left with negative 39. And then on the other side, 4 times negative 18 is negative 72. And then 4 times negative 2x is negative 8x. All right. Now we need to put all the variable terms on one side. Step 2, we get to skip. There's no like terms. So now we're on step 3, put all the variable terms on one side. So notice the minus 8x. I'm going to move that to the other side by adding positive 8x. Okay. And when I do, I get 11x over here. And then I copy the rest of the problem. Minus 39 equals negative 72. All right. Now I'm ready to do step 4, put the constant terms on the other side. So, oh, and I keep talking about the sides, but I never drew the tunnel. So now you can kind of see the sides with the tunnel. Sorry about that. So let's put the constant terms on the other side of that tunnel by adding positive 39. And this is a little confusing because you have negative 72 and positive 39. Whenever you have a negative and a positive, you subtract. And it's the sign of the bigger number. So it's negative. That's a negative. And then 12 take away 9 is 3. Right? Borrow from the 7, make it a 6. And 6 take away 3 is also 3. So I end up with negative 33 equals. These canceled out. That was the whole point. And on the other side, I have 11x. And then there's just one more step. We divide by 11, and we get x equals, and a negative 33 divided by a positive 11 is a negative 3. All right, so that just means if you were to put negative 3 in for all those variables, that's the one solution. It's unique that will make both sides balance on that equation. So that's how you get rid of fractions. So we had a question. Question is, how do you get rid of that denominator 4? And the answer is you cross cancel it. How do you cross cancel the denominator? Well, I multiplied every term by 4 right here on this step. Okay, you can see the 4 here. That was multiplied, so it cross canceled and got rid of the denominator. I also got rid of this denominator 4 because it cross canceled. But then I also had to multiply the terms on the other side by 4 so that it's still balanced. And that's how you get rid of the denominator 4. you multiply by the lowest common denominator on every term, and it gets rid of the denominators. All right.